This is where all the express strategies come together. I've got a seasonal supper, 5 people coming round, and it just couldn't be any easier. The centrepiece is a gingered glazed ham, and the fabulous thing about it, apart from its taste, is that it requires only minutes of my time.
Let your heart be light.
Look at this. I mean, luscious. There is no more festive sight than a glazed ham. Oh, I love everything about it. I could not have Christmas without a ham. And the thing about ham is that actually it's really easy to make. This 5.5 kilo joint of gammon took 4.5 hours to cook. But the point about it is, why it's express for me, is it took me hardly any time to do anything to it. All I did was put the joint of ham in a large pan. Doesn't matter how large, you've got to make sure the ham fits. So the only other ingredient you add to this pan is dry ginger ale. You do need a lot of ginger ale. You need 7 litres of it. But this is such an express way to add flavour. Bring the pan to the boil, lower the heat slightly. You want the pan to keep bubbling, but bubble steadily for 4.5 hours. Not exactly speedy, I concur. But the thing is, I need do nothing to the ham in this time. And believe me, at this time of year, I've got so much wrapping, so much organising, I could use the time. But towards the end of the ham's cooking time, I preheat the oven to 220 and I get on with my glaze. The glaze is as simple as it is delicious. Put 250 grams of chunky ginger preserves into a bowl and then stir in 2 tablespoons of hot English mustard. To the bowl add 100 grams of dark muscovado sugar and half a teaspoon of cloves and mix everything together. Now if you can't get the ginger preserves, do not get in a state about it. Simply use ordinary orange marmalade and add a teaspoon of dry ground ginger. And when the ham has had its 4.5 hours, gently and carefully lift it out of the hot pan and put it on a foil-lined baking tray or a foil tray. Carefully cut away the skin, leaving a thin layer of fat, and then just slap on the glaze. You don't need to score anything, you don't need to stud with cloves. The glaze goes on, and put the tray with the ham in the preheated oven for 20 minutes. And when that ham comes out, it will be burnished and bronze, and the small cubes of ginger from the preserve will be glistening. This is beautiful, and you can eat it hot or cold. I think I've got more than enough ham carved now for the 6 of us. Everything's done more or less, and I am calm, collected, and just infused with the holiday spirit.